Welcome, Aries, to your April 26th tarot reading. So it's for the week of April 26th. This reading is for April, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hope y'all are doing well. We're going to pull a major arcana for the overall theme for the week, and then we'll get into the reading. So let's see what's going on for our Aries. Oh, the Chariot, with the star at the bottom of the deck. So that Chariot energy, something really kind of fast happening. There could be a move for some of you, travel. But whatever it is, I feel like you're going to have kind of like maybe might feel like a hectic week ahead of you. We're going to take 3 cards to get the energy, how the week moves. Let me get a shuffle in. So what do our Aries need to know? What do our Aries need to know? Okay, let's get started. Hope y'all are doing fantastic too. Let's get this going. 1, 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and 8 of Clarity. Whoa, interesting. Let's do that. Okay, and then it's kind of so the end of the week you might feel a little stuck, but that could be because there's some really like fast energy coming in. Okay, what you don't see is the 2 of Pentacles. Unexpected is the Chariot. There's that Chariot energy. Woohoo! Challenge is the 2 of Clarity. So you're going to have to make a choice. Most important thing for us to know. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Things are moving slow. Moon's at the bottom of the deck. 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and then the 8 of Swords. Or 8 of Clarity. I find that really interesting energy. I'll get to the 8 in a minute. So you start the week off feeling like you're feeling pretty good, like comfortable, happy, feeling like things are starting to work out. And then the Knight of Cups, it could be like during the middle of the week, you get some kind of offer, and I'll clarify to see if we can get a little bit more information. Could be love offer, it could be work offer. However, there's a part of you towards the end of the week where you're just going to feel pretty stuck. And that could be becoming from you, and we'll clarify this, but you're going to feel kind of like you can't move forward with anything. So let's dig in a little bit. Tell me more. What is the 9 of Cups at the beginning of the week for our Aries? 9 of Cups. 9 of Clarity, which is 9 of Swords with the 5 of Wands. It's almost like you're fighting something here and you win. And the 5 of Wands isn't always about winning. It's about conflict. But there could be some kind of conflict, and it has made you anxious in the past, but it's not anymore. It's like you have beat the anxiety or something about a situation, or maybe just in general. But that's what I feel like, because that 9 is a really good energy, but it comes from these 2 things. And to me, that conflict with the 9 of Clarity here is saying you're beating it. You are actually moving forward from it. What is the Knight? Whoa, I've got cards. I'm just making a mess here. What's the Knight of Cups? Pull a couple. Knight of Cups. Justice and 4 of Cups. Yeah, okay, so you could be getting an offer here. You might be signing a contract of some sort, but you're really wondering if you should. And I say that because you're not seeing your full dreams here. You're kind of not seeing what's offered to you. So there is a feeling like here's an offer. Now I feel like it's a contract because of the Justice. I just do. I mean, it could be a contract with work, and it might not be like an official contract, but like where like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And it could be, and you're saying, well, you know what? I'm not sure. So there's a part of you, this offer comes in, and there's a part of you that's kind of, this is why you got the stuck feeling here. And this is why the 2 of Swords is there too, 2 of Clarity. But this is like, do I really want this? So that's why you're leading into the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Clarity, that being stuck, that not knowing quite how to get out of this situation. So there's something you kind of want to get out of or move away from, but you're struggling with that. There's that 9 of Clarity, 5 of Cups. We're kind of like having the same type of theme here. I think what you're worried about, you're going to be worried about disappointment, and that's why you're feeling stuck. There's something here that you're worried that you will be disappointed. It has to do with this offer, and that's what's making you feel stuck. Well, let's get to, well, the Two of Pentacles is what you don't see. What I think this means, and this is a energy that you're unaware of or you're not seeing it. Two of Pentacles, balance, having things in play. So this is there. There's more balance than you think, so you might be looking surfacely at something instead of deeper. So I'm wondering if you shouldn't look a little deeper at that, because the Two of Pentacles is saying, yeah, you might have more balance than you figure. Yeah, the Page of Cups offer goes with that Knight of Cups. King of Pentacles. This could be a really good situation, because that King of Pentacles feels to me not like a person, but it feels to me like a being in a position more of power or control or making more money or being stable, any of those type of energies. So I do feel like you just hang in there. You're not seeing this come around yet. I do feel like this Chariot, though, is that quick energy coming in unexpected, moving something, like really moving towards something. So what is this Chariot? Magician with the Queen of Pentacles. So, okay, well, I think this is your realization that you can do whatever you choose to do. And we keep getting pentacles here. So there is something to do with stability, money, job, home, something like that. It could be a home. This offer could be you put an offer in on a home, someone's offering to buy your home. It could be job related, but I do feel like, this is good energy. But I do feel like, and I like it in a way, because that Eight of Swords, while I think this is all good, it's just like normally what we would do, right? We're going to be at a point at the end of the week where we want to make sure things are what they are. So we're feeling a little stuck. But I do feel like that Chariot energy kind of supersedes that. Things are going to start moving forward. And we have the Chariot there. I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. We have we have the Two of Clarity, Two of Swords in your challenge. I feel like you're going to be having to make a decision, and it has to do with this offer, and you're going to struggle with that a little bit. Is there anything more about this? And I don't think it's anything unnatural or really bad. Four of Wands with Three of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. There is a feeling here of, wow, the celebration, right? The Four of Wands. So there might be some kind of decision you have to make on, like, these are two very celebratory cards, but one has a little bit of the Three of Cups has a little bit to it, where it is this gossip, is this something else happening? But it could be also that you're deciding between two ways of celebrating something. So let's say I don't know, like I don't know. That's what I feel like it is. Like, how do I celebrate this? And I think it has to do with this offer, because part of you isn't sure about it. And the Three of Cups, even though it's celebration, there's a little bit of a pullback there. And then the Four of Wands, that celebration after hard work. It's very interesting energy here. And then you've got, like, what's the important thing for us to know is the Knight of Pentacles. Know that when you're really working on something, sometimes it takes a little while, move slow. Is there anything else about this Knight of Pentacles? It could be somebody, but I feel like it's more patience. Yeah, Five of Cups, Ten of Wands. Yeah, you may feel disappointed this week for some reason, because we're kind of getting that energy here. It has to do with this offer. There's something that's going to disappoint you, but it's only disappointing you because it feels heavy and hard. It's not because it's a true disappointment. I feel like there may be more work that you need to do that you weren't anticipating, or something of that nature. But the Knight of Pentacles is that slow moving. Now, for Aries people, slow moving is a burden in itself. We do better when things are consistent and move, and we can just, waiting is not what our strong suit. So, and I'm an Aries, so I do know this. So I do feel like that's kind of what the energy is telling us. So I feel like you're going to have an offer this week, but it's going to put you in decision mode. And I think that's the overall energy. I like that. And what kind of offer? Yeah, it could be love, could be home, could be work, could be anything. I feel like it feels with those pentacles, if it's love, it could be with a earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But if not, it could be about work, money. Okay, what do our Aries need to know? We're pulling this card here. Dragon's Lair. Interesting. Let me find that. 19. I can't I used to read with this deck quite frequently, actually, as reading it more like tarot, but it feels to me more like an oracle deck. So I haven't like really dug this out in a while. You are always protected and divinely directed. Okay, this does come in, I think, a little bit with your decision and worried about being disappointed here. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are not or are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship. Knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there's a greater value in risk taking than remaining unchallenged. So asking you to look at the not just the safe route. And I mean, I honestly, uh, most Aries don't take the safe route. I mean, and that can be a problem in itself, but it serves us overall, you know. So there you have your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that thumbs up button and then let me know. Leave me a comment as well. Take care.